Hello and welcome to RoboMonk Art and Tarot. I am RoboMonk. Today we are seeing what helpful words from Spirit will help guide you to your prosperity. What's going to bring you in that next abundance, and how will it come to you? What are those words from Spirit that's going to help you? So we're going to find that out together. This is a pick a card, but first I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you, all of you, for taking the time out of your day to spend some time with me. I truly appreciate it. You are the ones that make this special. You are the ones that keep bringing me back every week to make a new video for you. So I truly appreciate it. So this is a pick a card, as I said. We have 3 ways now of choosing your pile. So we have the image, we have the stone, and the destiny number. So that is all about numerology, right? So what number actually calls out to you? And you can choose that pile that way too. So that's exciting. It's a new addition and I appreciate it. What pile sticks out to you? And once you choose it, go down in the description. You'll see timestamps down there and you can click which pile you want. It'll jump right to that point in the video. Or if you want to watch all 3, you're more than welcome to. I always appreciate that as well. Okay, let's get started. I'll see you in the piles. In pile 1, we have Brazilian agate. In pile 2, we have green aventurine. And in pile 3, we have purple amethyst. Take a moment to see which resonates, and I'll see you in that pile. Hello, pile 1. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today we are seeing what helpful words from Spirit will guide you to prosperity. What are those words going to be? Are there any actions you have to take in order for them to happen? We're going to learn it all together here today. As you can see, we have 6 cards here in front of us, and I will draw images that I receive from Spirit. And there are sometimes some words or phrases that Spirit gives me, and I will type them down below, and then we will interpret all of this together. So let's get started. The first image that I receive is none other than the Milky Way. I see a dot in the middle and those quintessential arms that streak out. This is our galaxy that we are in, and the dot in the middle is you. Spirit is coming in and saying outright that you in your mind may seem small or insignificant. However, you are a part of this universe and here for a very special reason. We all have special reasons why we are here. There are some points in our life, more than others, that we may feel lost. We may not feel connected to that around us. And it's good to hear these words. It's good to know that we are still connected here, through our soul and through the 3D earth plane. Good to know that Spirit knows where we are and still has a connection to us. This is quite a powerful card right to start out with, so let's see where else this goes. This next card, pile 1, is something that seems very emotional. I see you hunched over with your hands over your head, and you're looking down, almost like something is too much. And Spirit is saying there's too many things expected of you or out of your control, and you may be overwhelmed right now. There are all of these arrows coming in, and they're pointing right at you, and you seem overwhelmed to deal with all of these different expectations that are coming in. Spirit wants you to know that you are heard. Even though you are overwhelmed right now, Spirit has a strategy in order for you to reach your prosperity. So let's see what this is. This is interesting, pile one. So I saw a snake in the grass. Now this can be a phrase. There's a snake in the grass, where this can be a bad omen or something like this, where there's something unseen going on. But there's a difference, because you are the snake in the grass here in this card. You will move unnoticed. You will be the snake, or like the snake in the grass, moving around people, not harming them, but getting things done secretly. It seems that there are so many expectations of you and things that are going on out of your control that it's time to move silently. It's time to move towards your goals in a way that people don't see. Now, your goals are things that will help you and help others around you. They are blessed by Spirit. Spirit will know your goals and will help you achieve them. That is not hidden to Spirit. But the other people that have too much expectations or things that are out of your control, it's time to flow. It's time to flow with the universe and say, okay, there's too much resistance over here. I need to sidestep. I need to still accomplish my goals. How can I do that? An example that comes to mind is that you start taking classes, either on YouTube or something that you sign up for on the internet, or maybe even formal classes, but you don't tell anyone. There, you can just be you, learning what you need to know, and this is between you and the class and Spirit. No one else needs to know. You can accomplish your goals exactly how you want them to be accomplished. There's no outside pressure, and you are able to do it in your own time frame. So you're really sidestepping all of those expectations and still accomplishing your goals, just like the snake in the grass. So even though this usually has a negative connotation because there's something out there that's going to get you that you can't see, right? That's what it usually means. When you become the snake in the grass, you control what's going on. You control what's being seen. And you will have blessed goals. You will have blessings along the way. And keeping it secret may seem different to you, not to tell anyone of what you're doing. And it's not that you are keeping things that you shouldn't. It's that you are dodging those expectations that really shouldn't be placed upon you in the first place. The next card that I see is one of a clown that's dancing, and everyone else is looking at it. You are this tiny little snake still in the grass, moving around this scene. No one sees you. So if there's any way, in a positive way, to divert attention away from your goals, so people just concentrate on something else, right? Or someone else. If there's a way to divert their attention to something else, maybe you just bring up the weather, or you bring up something else that's fun to talk about, but you aren't really talking about where you're going, what you're doing at certain points of the day, and you just keep that to yourself. Again, this is something that is going to benefit you and others around you. It's totally positive, but you're dodging those expectations if people learn about what your goals are. So this is something that may really help you, and maybe you haven't thought about this yet. So less will be expected of you if no one knows, right? You'll only have your own expectations to worry about and maybe the class expectations or whatever you're trying to accomplish, but it will be between you and that goal and spirit. The next image I see is you studying and researching, again, not letting anyone know. And this is an interesting picture because if you can imagine in a library, there are usually two sets of bookcases that are kind of scrunched together. I pictured you in between those, like you're looking at the books secretly. There are other people on the other ends that they are doing it more openly, right? But you are secretly researching and you're gaining the knowledge that you need to know. And it's just between you and spirit and the research that you're doing. No expectations are put on you because no expectations are known, right? There's no one that knows what you are doing here. And I think you're going to feel a little more free. I think you're going to feel this pressure valve kind of release. And to really think back to that first card, because it's so important and it's so easy to forget that you are here for a special reason. And the person next to you is here for a special reason. It doesn't matter how many there are of us or how many reasons there are, they're all special. It doesn't dilute the intensity or the uniqueness of that reason to have more people or more reasons. There's just an incredibly special reason why you are here. And you need to accomplish that. That's part of your soul contract. That's part of honoring spirit, saying thank you to spirit for letting us down here into this 3D earth realm and accomplishing those things that you need to accomplish. So knowing that you're here for this reason, knowing that these expectations or things that are out of your control are really kind of trapping you. That second card, I really feel this sense of being trapped. But if you turn yourself into the snake in the grass and divert their attention away from you, you'll be able to study in secret, accomplish your goals in secret, and you will attain your goals. This last card, I see you walking away, coming out of the grass with the star in hand, right? Whatever you wanted, this goal or this wish that you wanted to happen, you're walking away with it. And as you can see in the far distance, there's all of those arrows, those expectations that were pointing at you and trapping you before. They're in your past now. You don't have to worry about them because you have what you need. You have what you need to accomplish your soul contract, to have this special reason come into fruition of why you are here in this 3D earth realm. So you didn't need those expectations. Spirit knew this and saw and gave you ways to circumvent them, to go around them, to be able to accomplish your goal in secret, and you will feel free. You will gain that freedom that you've been seeking. You won't feel overwhelmed anymore, and there will just be that self-expectation that you put upon yourself to drive yourself forward, and Spirit will bless you along the way. So pile one, this was a lot in these 6 cards, but what a message. Something that we don't typically think about, to keep our goals secret, right? So I hope this helps. I hope this gives you some clarity. I want to thank you for being here with me today, and I want to thank Spirit for being here with us today. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are seeing what helpful words from Spirit will guide you to prosperity. Are there any actions you need to do in order to help Spirit along with this? Is there any certain mindset that you have to be in order to hear Spirit correctly? We're going to find out together. I'm going to draw images that I received from Spirit on each one of these 6 cards here in front of us. And sometimes I get little messages from Spirit as well, so I type those down below and we'll interpret it all together. So let's see what the message is for you, and let's get started. The first image that I see is one of an olive being pressed, just like you would press it for oil, olive oil. And the olive is so significant in so many different religions, traditions. There's so much symbolization in this olive. I feel like this is a pressure that is placed upon you to keep tradition. And Spirit is telling me right now that for some of you, these traditions and rituals are holding you back. They're holding you back from your true mission here. So this olive is being pressed out, and it's these traditions that are just keeping you locked in where you are right now. And I sense you being trapped in this tradition or these rituals. These traditions and rituals don't necessarily have to be religious based. They can be any traditions. They can be any rituals. When I say rituals, these could be habits as well. These could be habits that are locking you in to your daily routine. So keep your mind open when I say this, traditions and rituals. The second card is the olive oil that has been pressed is now taking on a new meaning. It is being poured onto your head as a new ritual, as a new tradition of what you would do. And Spirit has a question for you. This is a great question to ask, maybe multiple times, of yourself. The question is, how would you honor the time Spirit has given you on this earth plane? How would you do that? What would a ritual or tradition you would start for yourself to honor that time? 1, how would you say thank you? 2, what actions would you take to capture that time, to honor that time, to make every moment count that you are down here? What would you do now? How would you start out? This is something that we will each have to answer individually. If you feel like sharing, that is amazing. There's no pressure to, but this is a positive community. That's why I feel comfortable in saying that. So, how would you honor the time Spirit has given you on this earth plane? I have to answer that myself. That's a great question. The third card that I see are cat's paws on a ledge. If you think of a cat walking on a ledge, it's very careful, very graceful. Every action counts. Every single action counts or it falls. If it goes too slowly, it won't cross the ledge. If it gets too quick, it'll fall off. It has to have a measured pace to it, and every action has meaning. So when you're going through your actions of your day, is it serving you? Is it serving Spirit? it's something to really think about. And when I say serving Spirit, what I mean is it benefiting yourself? Is it benefiting the goals that you are supposed to accomplish here on this earth plane? Is it benefiting others around you? That's the simple questions that are hard to answer. So think of each action that you do every day, and sometimes we can cut some of those things out that don't serve us, right? That don't benefit others around us or ourselves. The fun part of it is when we add different things in that start to serve us or start to serve others around us. That's when the fun begins, to create this new ritual or tradition or habit that keeps on serving us every day, and we feel more and more fulfilled by it. That is wonderful. So keep your eyes and ears open for that kind of thing coming in too, that addition to your life. The next image I see is one of you standing next to a stack of bricks. And there's a bridge being built right here in front of you that you are building. And it's made out of these bricks that you have right next to you. The prosperity that you want to reach is across this bridge that you're building to it. And it's high up on a string, and it's hard to get. Spirit wants you to know that you already have the gifts that you need to reach your prosperity. They are there inside of you. Never doubt that. Never doubt the strength and the tenacity that you have, the abilities that you have. You have all of that inside of you to accomplish the prosperity that you should get. Spirit also says they are unusual gifts, but very valid gifts. So you may think that the gifts that you have don't amount to much. They aren't that special, or they aren't like other people's gifts. You may look around and say, oh wow, they can run fast, or they're really smart, or something like that. Wow, they can paint a painting and it looks so real. Your gifts are valid. They are unusual, but they serve exactly what you need in order to accomplish your prosperity that you are given here on this 3D earth plane. So Spirit wants you to know that, to have that confidence, because you will have to create your own path to get your prosperity. This is one path that you will have to create on your own. You can't follow anyone else. It's a hard path to create, but when it's done, it is truly worth it. The next image I see is one of a lantern. This always symbolizes the light in the dark, guiding, being there, ever shining around you. Spirit wants you to know that this is Spirit guiding you along this path that you have to create yourself. You will never be alone. Spirit will always be there with you. You may walk only with Spirit for a while on this journey, but you are never alone. You may sense Spirit. There may not be another 3D earth realm soul here around you for a while, but others will follow later. So if you are at a point on this path where you're creating this and you look around and there's no one else there around you, know that Spirit is with you. Know that Spirit is guiding you and is this lantern that is guiding you exactly where you need to go. You are learning things along the way. You have these gifts and you are using them. And even if it looks like something isn't working out, it is your path. And you learn from those different, what we call failures, but they're actually learning experiences so you get to your prosperity. So Spirit is encouraging you to keep going, keep working, build that path, and others will follow you as well. Some of you may be further down on this path and start to notice that there are others there helping you in this 3D earth realm. They are there because you have created this path. They see your vision and they want to be a part of it. So you know that there are others around you surrounding you with this motivation to keep going. In this last card, I see you with the coin, this prosperity. And you are walking down this path towards Spirit's hands that are open towards you. Spirit has blessed this path that you walk. There are others that may not understand the path that you walk, but Spirit understands and knows why you walk the path that you walk. And it's always a great test to say, is this benefiting me? Is this benefiting others around me? Then it is blessed by Spirit. It's a very easy test if you are unsure. But know that the path that you walk is blessed by Spirit, and you are gaining your prosperity as you go, and you're creating your own path. So pile 2, my thoughts are with you. I'm sending you wonderful strength, vibes, so you can continue your path. Know that I support you on your path, that Spirit supports you on your path. And I hope this brings you clarity. I hope this brings you peace. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and thank you, Spirit, for being here with us today. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are seeing what helpful words from Spirit will guide you to prosperity. So, are there any actions that we need to do in order for this to come about? Is there a certain mindset that we need to have in order to hear these words and make them resonate? We'll find out together, and we will interpret all of this together. As you can see, we have 6 cards here in front of us. I will draw images that I receive from Spirit on these cards, and sometimes I get little phrases from Spirit and I type those out below. So let's see what this message is. Let's see what these helpful words are from Spirit. The first image that I get was very specific, extremely specific. And so I drew it out. I had to look up what kind of moth this was. It was gorgeous. This is the comet moth. The comet moth is actually native to Madagascar. And as you can see, it has 4 circles on there that look like eyes staring at you. It doesn't have the gift of foresight, but that word comes to mind when I see it. This foresight, this knowledge of what is coming. But it also acts as a defense. This comet moth also inspires me about a comet. A comet comes about once in a lifetime sometimes. So there are timely insights with this because this moth is connected to the moon, nighttime, lunar actions, and deeply connected with Spirit. There are timely insights because this comet moth is like a comet coming in once in a lifetime. It really makes me think of a once in a lifetime opportunity coming for you. It has unique defenses. I feel like you are going to need to keep up your boundaries, healthy boundaries, as you move along this path to your prosperity, but maintain a connection with spirit. So all of that from this first card, it was very specific, and so I knew that it was just such a great sign to share with you. So some of us set intentions daily, some of us set intentions every now and then, and some of us haven't even set an intention yet. So setting intentions is so important to let the universe know what you want, and to speak it out loud or to write it down on a piece of paper. You can bury it, which is a great way, or you can burn it, which is a great way. There's so many different ways to do this, but setting those intentions and making it known in this 3D earth realm is so powerful, extremely powerful. We also have to back up that intention with actions in order for it to happen. But setting that intention is truly powerful and very important right now, pile 3. That's what Spirit is saying. So with this, it's time to set intentions. You can do it at any point that you feel is right for you. There are sometimes in astrology different dates. If you want to set a date that seem to be stronger than others. But honestly, Spirit specifically for you is saying that the universe is listening right now. So if you want to set your intentions right now, now is a great time to do it. If you feel more comfortable on a specific day, go for it. All right, so that's card 2. Card 3. I see you on a rocket and you're sitting side saddle, which means that you aren't really straddling it. You're just kind of sitting there gracefully, riding along, and there's another person behind you, and I feel like there's going to be several others that are kind of off this card there. So there's going to be competition actually going for this goal that you're going for. But rather than ignoring them, rather than saying that you are better than them, which we can do just to kind of psych ourselves up or just kind of get that extra oomph that we need to beat out the competition, that's very normal. But in this, Spirit is suggesting a different idea. Embrace the ideas of the competition. Learn what they are doing, how they are doing it. Go and study what they are doing. Maybe they have some past work that they've done that you can look at. Maybe their information is public that you can look at. There's a lot of different ways that you can embrace these ideas of the competition. Know your competition, right? So you will learn so much from them, Spirit is saying. So rather than ignoring them, it's time to embrace the ideas of them. Now don't copy them, right? Because you are going to put your own spin on things. You are going to have your own ideas. But your ideas will be that much better if you study the competition first and then go for it. Spirit is also saying that you will perfect a way that is unique to do this with your competition, that will set you ahead of the competition. So studying the competition and then perfecting a way that is unique to you is going to be the way that you are gaining this prosperity. The next card that I see is one of a hedgehog. And a hedgehog is absolutely adorable if you've ever seen one, but it has these little quills on the back for defense. And it almost looks like a porcupine, right? But a little smaller. And with this, Spirit always has a message. If you channel this little hedgehog here and become this little hedgehog, this is exactly the symbol that you need to keep in your mind. So the cuteness that is there is really your own self, right? This hedgehog has a cuteness about it, but it also has this enormous defenses built around it. This is to keep it safe, but it doesn't lose itself in the process. It's always that cute little animal. So what Spirit is saying is that you should keep up your defenses around your competition, but don't lose yourself. If you like to have fun, if you like to go out and be social, go out and be social. If you like to meditate, if you like to keep a peaceful nature around you, go ahead and do that. Don't let your defenses overwhelm who you are. So you really want to keep this positive tone, keep this momentum going forward of creating this unique way of beating this competition without losing yourself. And you can do it. Spirit knows you can. This is just a great symbol of how to do it with this little hedgehog here. The fifth card, I see you stretching. It almost looks like an exercise. It almost looks like you are starting at the starting line and then just stretching as far as you can without quite taking your foot off the starting line. So I think you're going to gain some kind of advantage over the competition here. But it's also going to stretch your boundaries. It's going to be a stretch for you. Spirit is saying that this will be a challenge worth taking on. It will be a challenge. It's not going to be easy. But I think you already know that. And I think that is what is inspiring you to keep going forward. So Spirit says, don't be afraid of the stretch. If you are feeling a little stretched, that's actually good. You're getting outside of your comfort zone. You are growing as a person. You are growing in strength and bravery, ingenuity. And this is what's going to help you with this unique way. And you are gaining this prosperity this way. So with all of this, make sure that you are thinking about the way you act towards your competition, towards yourself. If you can, remain positive towards yourself, absolutely, and towards others. And people will remember this. People will say, the way you acted was absolutely the best part of this competition, and they will respect you for it. So keep yourself balanced, keep yourself in line with Spirit, and watch your actions as you go, so you can look back and be proud of yourself as well. The last words from Spirit here, I see an image of several doors. There's one open that you opened in the center there, and there's an arrow leading towards it. Spirit is saying, keep your focus. There are going to be a lot of options coming at you as you're trying to beat out this competition, but keep your focus. Don't get sidetracked by other offers. There's going to be other things coming in, and sometimes that's even just a distraction, right? Saying, oh, hello, can I steal some of your time? Just say, no, I'm good, thank you, and keep going. Now, if this is something that you need to keep your balance in order to actually maintain your focus, go ahead and do that. That's not a waste of time. But there's other options coming in that are going to take you out of balance if you take them, if you understand what I mean. So keeping your balance is maintaining your focus, doing things that maintain that balance, like exercise or meditating or having fun in your own way. That's great, no problem. But there are other things that may come in to distract you. Don't take them. So Spirit is just reminding you that this is a very important time for you. So set those intentions that you want, because now is your time. All right. Great reading, pile 3. This is very exciting for you. I'm very excited for you. I hope this brought you some clarity and some motivation and confirmation for you. I want to thank you for being here with me. I want to thank Spirit for being here with us. And know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time.